Loot River from Slovakian game developer Straka Studios is a roguelike that combines hack-and-slash real-time combat and Tetris-like shifting platforms in ancient ruins. You play as an undead hero created by the power of a relic, giving the character the ability to shift the ground beneath them as they traverse procedurally generated dungeons, all while fighting bestial abominations. Combat is routine for a roguelike. The character has access to multiple melee weapons such as swords, spears, and axes. All have their own cadence, attack power, and playstyle. There is also a parry that, if successful, allows you to interrupt the enemy's attack and then riposte, an attack that applies extra damage. There are spells available, health potions for when you're injured, as well as rings that award your character boons during runs, and armor that your character can equip for attribute boosts. Enemies are creative and diverse, each with their own attack rhythm. There are small but fast shadow creatures, as well as large, slow-moving enemies with giant swords capable of dealing huge damage. There are even pink mutations that shoot exploding AoE projectiles, as well as strange wizard-like enemies that don't attack you, but lock your moving platforms into place, stranding you on an island that allows all other enemies easy access to attack you. As you take down enemies, you receive experience that goes towards new levels. At each new level, you receive points to invest in your character's stats. Investing in your stats can increase your strength, vitality, dexterity, endurance, and intelligence, and each one of your stats is key to help you improve your playstyle. In addition to stats, you also have access to coins and knowledge. Coins are used to buy rings and weapons during each run and can be found throughout by destroying pots and breakable objects. Knowledge is gained by defeating enemies and progressing through the dungeons. These collectibles are for permanent upgrades such as stronger weapons, armor, and spells, but are also lost upon death. What sets Loot River apart is the ability to move and control the floating platforms. Not only is this the primary form of transport throughout the dungeon, but it also creates intricate puzzles, moving and utilizing different sized platforms to fit through narrow hallways and paths. Your platforms are also necessary for combat, creating opportunities to separate enemies or to get in close for melee attacks before moving the platform back to safety. The story is straightforward, and though it's short, it's at least interesting. You're forced to navigate your way through this nightmare, and every time you die, you're forced to relive it over and over again, in a sort of parallel universe. Upon waking up in Sanctuary, you meet several NPCs who will help you on your quest, while several more will be found throughout the dungeons. The supporting cast of characters all have engaging backstories, and provide shops to permanently upgrade your character's weapons, spells, armors, and buffs. Loot River is a beautiful pixelated, action-packed rampage. Its procedurally generated levels made each run feel new and different. The refreshingly innovative sliding platform gameplay was incredibly addicting and refined. Loot River is challenging and more than just a hack and slash, but its infrequent higher tiered weapon and knowledge drops coerced me into often fruitless grinding sessions for new weapons, effectively taking the air out of some of my best runs. I was left wondering if the roguelike element could have been more effective as a gameplay option rather than the prominent feature of the game. At times, Loot River shines like the burning platform that you just trapped all your enemies on, but that flame gets extinguished pretty quick. Loot River's creative mechanic keeps it afloat, and it must be experienced, but its final presentation feels like it landed short of its full potential. Noisy Pixel is giving Loot River a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.